Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by my channel. My name is Zuri and I am the founder of Dynamic Core Consulting. I am a mindset and career transformation coach. I'm also a certified PMP, CSM, and PSM1. I have the awesome opportunity of helping people break free from negative self talk and unproductiveness. To help them find clarity on their career goals. So, if any of those things sound like something that you're working on, this is the place for you. Today, I am going to talk about 10 ways that you can actually stop procrastination. I myself have had some issues with procrastination in the past. So these are some of the tips that I personally use to keep myself going and to get myself on track. Tip number 1, set a goal. It's so important to know where you're going in the process. So if your goal is to get promoted or your goal is to really, transform your personality or your thinking, you want to set a goal. What's the big picture? Where do you want to be on the end? And that's what you start with. Start with the end in mind and designate your goal. Number 2, you want to create a schedule. Give yourself a time in which to accomplish this goal. Maybe it's a week, maybe it's 6 weeks, it requires more time, maybe it's a month, 2 months, maybe a year from now you want to be promoted. Whatever the case, you definitely want to outline a goal for yourself by putting a time on it and giving it something that you can commit to within that time period. Next, tip number 3 is to create a checklist. So really do an evaluation of all the things you need to accomplish in that goal and break them down into tiny little chunks. That way, as you accomplish them, you can check them off one by one. You also will know where you are in your time frame or your timeline of your goal. Number 4, very important, is to plan for distractions. If your goal is to possibly get a certification or become a supervisor or manager and you need to practice for an interview, planning for distractions are very important. Maybe you live in a bustling household, there's some small children, or maybe there's people who come in and out and you don't have any privacy. Planning for distraction in that case would maybe go to a different location, or maybe you're going to do it after hours, or maybe you go to the library. But you want to keep in mind some of those distractions that might creep in. They could be people, they could be things, they could be events. Whatever it is, you want to plan for that. An additional thing you can do is maybe add leeway onto your buffer, onto your timeline, just specifically for that. An example of that would be, I want to finish this online course within a month. But if I do have some internal distractions, or if I get sick, or I have some other things that come up with work, then I'm going to stretch the timeline to 6 weeks. So planning for distractions in any case is really going to be the difference, allowing you to complete your task. Number 5, determine when you are your most productive. That's very important. For me personally, I'm most productive in the morning time. So I like to do my important things. Something has to do with math or something that really requires laser focus. I'm going to take those tasks and I'm going to do them in the morning. That way I'm more precise at what I do. You definitely wouldn't want to just kind of roll into something when you're not productive, because that is a distraction in itself. Number 6, set electronic reminders. Today, we are in a age of technology. There are so many different apps and things that are even free available to you. One of the apps that I use is called Duo. It's a great app. I can put, a task in and I'll set a reminder time period. And this app will constantly just kind of get back to me, get back to me, get back to me until I click off of it. No, I'm not an affiliate of Duo, but it's a great app. You can also use your calendar. There are things that are available on your phones. You can set reminders, time allotment types of things. Anything that would give you a prompt to keep you on track is something that I definitely recommend doing. Next, complete one task at a time. And that's so important that I need to say that yet again. Complete one task at a time. Why do I say that? In today's day and age, we've got so many things going on, and it's easy to think that we can juggle 2 things. But if we have a goal and it's something we really need to accomplish, it's better to do that checklist and then check the things off one at a time as they go by. That way, not only do you get to keep yourself on task, but you get to keep a record of where you're going and what you have to do next. If you do two things or three things at once, you'll give, a little bit of attention here, a little bit of attention here, and it can become overwhelming. And ultimately, you could just stop altogether. So it does definitely make sense for you to just kind of do one thing at a time. Number 8, ask someone to hold you accountable. Having an accountability partner is a great thing. They can be that little nudge that you need. You can let them know the goal that you have, the timeline that you're trying to accomplish it in, even share some of the tasks that you're going to be doing within the goal. And that person can come back to you and say, hey, I know you mentioned that you were going to put in these 4 applications. How's it going? Just a nice little nudge to help you be held accountable a little bit more so than just being alone. It's a great idea. Number 9, include a break. So even if you've allotted 8 hours to accomplish a task, you want to interject some breaks in there. That will allow your mind to refresh. You can step away from what it is that you're doing and then come back refreshed with have it be top of mind and be ready to move forward. And finally, number 10, reward your success. So that is a great way to kind of just pat yourself on the back for the task that you have completed. And it'll give you the encouragement that you need to continue. And it can be an ice cream. It could be a great job. Go grow yourself. Whatever it is to help you kind of get motivated is something that you want to do. Well, if you like these tips and you think they're useful, please give me a like and subscribe to the page. Stay tuned for further content, and thank you so much for stopping by. I am Coach Zuri, and I'm out.